Hey there, and welcome to Chick with a Plan. Today we are going to be doing a laminated sleeve for a card, which also doubles as a bookmark in your planner. Something that's going to be cute and simple, and you just pop it right into your planner, and it gives you enough space up here that you can use it as a bookmark. And it could just move from your daily to your weekly or however you need it to move, so that you always have your spot marked. And this right here is going to have where you can just stick whatever card you've designed, and you can make it whatever size you want depending on your planner. My advice is, if you have a specific planner that you are making this for, just go ahead and take some measurements, figure out how you want it to line up according to the hole punching, how far down you want it to come, how much of your page you're okay with it covering. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into making this. For this project, you're going to start with a card of whatever kind that you're going to use, whatever size works for your planner. And for basic materials, you're going to need a ruler, a paper cutter, and two pieces of laminating that goes through the laminator. And if you want to, actually, you would also need a hole punch, whichever style actually works for your planner. So for happy planner, be this guy. For like a A5, A6 type planner, this would work. It's got 6 hole punches. And just for finishing purposes, I like to take this and round the edges so they're not sharp. Now, normally I would say you need like a 5 mil laminating sheet. These are 3 mil. I'm just going to use what I got and just kind of roll with it. So first things first, let's see. I am not going to use the seam because when you take laminating sheets and you try to like fold that backwards, see that would be difficult. So I literally will just cut on the edge of the sheet. So I take my card and I lay it on my laminating sheet, and I'm leaving just a little bit of edge around it. And this is going to be the inside pocket. I'm going to grab a dry erase marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little mark. My voice is cracking. I've been struggling with allergies so bad. Now you can also take a ruler and measure this out if you want to be like exact about it. This right here, I'm okay with eyeballing. It's not a huge deal. I'll probably measure more when it comes to making sure I have the margins space when I make my pocket. And I'll go right there. All right. Well, the first thing we're going to do is I can see my mark through my laminating sheet, so I'm okay with just throwing it in there upside down, whatever. And then we're going to take this and we are going to put it right here. Make sure it did not come apart and it's like perfectly aligned on all edges. And just cut that little piece off. And now you have the inside pocket that's going to hold your card. So we take our second laminating sheet, and this one I do want to use the seam part. All right, so the seam is on this side. I'm working with limited space here. All right, so this rounded edge, I actually have the preference of flipping this towards the bottom of the pocket. And also, I want to make sure, and this is where I'm going to use my ruler, I like to leave at least a 1/2 inch of laminate on the edge for hole punching. So after you measure that out, my hand's sticking to it. And for the edges to go around the inside pocket, I just like to mark, like it doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to provide a seal. Actually, I'm probably going to do just a little more. And again, this is a dry erase marker, so it's going to wipe off. Or if it doesn't wipe right off, I can just take a wet rag and take it off. It's not going to be a big deal. We're going to take our cutter again. You'll have to excuse my cutter. It is old. It's been used a lot. So it's a little rough looking. All right, and then we're going to flip this over and cut that. So we're pretty much done with the cutter. And what we're going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that off. With that rounded edge, aim towards the bottom. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take the inside pocket. I'm going to take it apart, and you see like this rougher part that would be the part that would glue everything together once it's hot. You're going to flip it out so that the smooth, non-sticky sides are facing each other. You're going to open up your little pocket right here. We're going to take the bottom sheet. So you see how this top is shiny and smooth, and we are going to stick it in here, being mindful of our margins and how we want this to align. And that sticking to my hand worked just perfectly. So I'm going to lay the other inside of the pocket on top. And of course, nothing ever wants to work with you when you're trying to show people how to do it. Luckily, it kind of like sticks to the other laminate sheet when you've got the sticky side down. Once you've got it lined up decently, you're going to carefully, while holding the other one in place, just fold it over. And now we're going to bring our laminator over here. And the cord is placed all awkwardly. I don't know what's happening right now. And we're just going to feed it through. All right, now we have our pocket. And as you can see, it's open right here. And we're just going to take our little card. And by the way, I just threw this together on Canva. The reason I like using one of these things is you can switch it up as much as you want without having to create a whole new laminated card. And you just slide it in there. And for finishing touches, before I forget, we're going to take this, and I think 10 will be good. I mean, it's already kind of rounded on that side, but oh, that didn't do so hot. Because again, like those little corners can be kind of sharp sometimes. Oh my gosh, what is happening right now? Well, that's good enough. And there we go. And I am using mine in a disc planner. So I am going to actually be sticking it in this. So I want it to stick a little bit above my pages so it can act as a bookmark. So I am going to actually put it where it's lining up with the edge of the, I don't know what that's called, but it's sticking up right there. All right, and as you can see, here we go. We've got this all completed. It's all hole punched. And when I pop it in, it's gonna give me a good amount of height over the pages so that when I can close it, I can just open like that. And of course, this is not my planner that I normally use. This is more like a demo planner because my actual planner has a lot of personal things in it. So I'm not going to show a lot of that on screen. And you'll notice I just kind of cut this right here where it kind of does that funky angle. I just didn't like it and it doesn't add anything. So I just cut it off. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be it for today. Thank you for coming along, and I hope you have a great day.